Hey Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we are looking at the Jazwares Ring of Honor Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson, widely acknowledged as the greatest wrestler in the world. I have been a fan of his since I discovered Ring of Honor in, I'm going to say it was probably 2003-ish. It was from watching TNA, because of course there was a lot of crossover there. But as a result of watching TNA, I discovered Ring of Honor, and Danielson was one of the guys that I was like, oh my gosh, he is incredible, because I was a work rate guy at the time. And I thought he was one of the greatest wrestlers I had ever seen. The first time that I saw him lock in the cattle mutilation, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I thought it was the greatest submission hold I had ever seen. And then when I found out that he was trained by one of my favorite wrestlers, Steven/William Regal, I mean, that was it. So we've got a beautiful slipcover here with really, really nice art on it. 1 of 5,000. These are Jazwares Vault exclusive. You can only get them at, surely they've got the website on here. Well, they've got Jazwares.com on here. Oh man, this has some kind of funky stamped number on it. I didn't notice that with Claudio. Yeah, they don't have the Jazwares Vault website on here. That's weird. But anyway, that's where it came from. And I just thought Bryan Danielson was the greatest. And I bought the Mattel kind of fakey Ring of Honor Bryan Danielson, but this one is very clearly a far superior product. You know, nothing against Mattel and what they did, but this is a Bryan Danielson that I have wanted for years. So here we go. I got just everything about Ring of Honor was exactly what I wanted out of wrestling at the time I discovered it. I was a big fan from, like I said, 2003 is probably when I discovered it, and 2005 is probably when I sort of lost track of it, and I don't know why. I don't know why that is. I don't know if, well, no, actually, I take that back. I do know why that is. I stopped watching wrestling for a little while, for a couple of years, because I got tired of having to buy DVDs. I believe that was one of the times I stopped watching WWE, because I just thought it was terrible. So that may be what it was, is I took a hiatus from wrestling, and when I came back to it, Ring of Honor was too hard to find for me to keep up with. Something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. So early years of Ring of Honor are kind of all I really have any familiarity with. And to be honest, even that, it's been a long time since I've watched any of those DVDs that I just showed you. Because there's so much wrestling, there's so much everything. You know, I used to go back and watch my wrestling DVDs all the time, but now everything is on demand. You know, forget even the network. Well, the network isn't in America anymore, unfortunately. We have to deal with Peacock, which means I don't ever watch old wrestling, because Peacock, WWE on Peacock is horrible. Man, this is a great likeness. Look at this robe. Holy cow. Anyway, that's enough trying to figure out why I did or didn't follow along with certain wrestling. Look at the tampo on this gorgeous robe. We got to get the robe off so you can get a good look at it. This is definitely a special item. All right, we're going to put Danielson aside for a moment, because we got to look at this robe. American Dragon logo on the back with American Dragon on the sleeves. It has a lining, a silver lining, by the way. Don't let Mark Sterling know about that. I mean, this is great, and you saw the way that it fit him, the way the hood went over his head. Absolutely perfect. That's a gorgeous piece of soft goods. The soft goods alone from this Ring of Honor line are kind of justifying the price point, which is $30. Although I will say the sloppy paint on the faces, because Claudio had some slop, and now Danielson has. Oh, it came off. Thank goodness. Oof. Oh well. Oh no. Oh, he's got dye from that robe on his face. Oh, man, that's terrible. We all know how much of a problem that is. The dye from the robe has leached into his face. And also, I'm not crazy about this seam just going right over the top of his head. That seems kind of sloppy, too. Well, let's take it for what it is. The portrait looks great. He's got those intense eyes. I like the paint and the hair. The shaved head looks good. He's got got a really ugly jawline going on here. Not too happy about that. But otherwise, articulation-wise, I think the AEW figures are the best. Because they have a really, really nice range. I love how soft the knee pads are, so they don't interfere with that at all. Look, you can even see almost the Asics. Oh. Well, that's not great either, because the Asics, I realize this is not Asics, but it is. That should not be on top of his kick pad strap piece, whatever this is called right here. That tampo should stop right there. And it stinks because look at this. Look at the attention to detail. The sole of his shoe is a different color from the shoe. So the shoe is painted. The sole of the shoe and the kick pad this is the color, and then the tampo and the shoe itself are painted red or painted on. Look, it's on both sides here. I hate that. I mean, I hate that it happened. It's not in the big picture, in the grand scheme of things, it's actually not that big a deal. But I also hate it because, as I was talking about, this is a premium priced item, and it's got some relatively significant flaws. This one is the worst one, though, because, I mean, that's right on his face. There's nothing you can do about that. Those shoes I could probably overlook, and I'd never think about them again. But that blemish on his face is a problem. And, yeah, I know you could look at it and be like, oh, clearly he took a punch to the eye. But, no, that's not what we're doing here. Let's take a look at the alternate portrait, which is sort of Raggedy Man Bryan Danielson. Again, got those eyes, just nailed them. Looks great. I like that the beard is sculpt and paint. Looks really good. I do wish there was a long beard, bald head portrait. But this one looks great as well. I just wanted to use this one because this is he looks so intense with that shaved head. I don't know. I may contact Jazwares and see what they have to say about these issues. He's got alternate fists for punching. He comes with the Ring of Honor that I actually do in the Claudio review. I said I didn't think this was the right logo, but I think it actually is the right logo and the right mic flag. Mic flag? Yeah. And he has more proper C grips. Claudio had weird, like, G.I. Joe doll hands. But Danielson has actual regular C grips. And I guess it's something to do with the size of the figures and the hands. Look at that. He almost looks like Peter Weller there. just so intense. So there is the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Concept and design-wise, the figure is excellent. Execution-wise, there are some issues. The shoes are not pleasing, but really it's that. And I think if we as a society have not yet learned that you cannot leave soft goods on a figure in the package, then I just don't know what's going on. Why can't we learn? Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your... Man, that portrait's so good. Tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, buy what you like.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.